Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh Shema Shai, Bahashim, Merkakadash, the Barnes of the Apostles, and Nel's Great Millstone for teaching us His truth, peace, and blessings to the hopeful active of Shalom. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father in Hebrew. Bahashim is the name of Yahweh Shai, is the name of the Begotten Son. Background lesson, and as you see in the title, going to be going to the importance of the men, especially coming to these last days with the chaos that's getting ready to erupt, and why you're going to have these women seeking out those men in the Lord, because they're going to be that hiding place, a sanctuary, a refuge in the time of trouble. And I came across a video right here which prompted me to make this lesson in the first place, because this is an example of what's to come and the reaction that these women are going to have when they're in great peril, when they're in the time of need, when they're in trouble, and how they're going to be seeking for a man to protect them and to defend them in the midst of those times. And that's why you get Isaiah 4:1, Isaiah 32, how those men are going to be that hiding place, because you're going to have the men in the Lord be sought after come these last days. As well as you get Isaiah 13, how the Lord's going to make a man more precious than fine gold. And you're going to see her reaction, how grateful she is, and how happy that a man stopped by to help her with her problem. So we're going to play this real quick, and we'll further expound on that point. Lord's Spirit, I'm going to bring this out, and it's dive right into it.
I'm quite literally rolling around in horse shit, trying to get this bottom thing off my car. I don't want to talk about it. I'm gonna cry. I'm trying to get this off, and I need a screwdriver to take it off. And I just wish someone would pull over and help me, because I don't know what to do. Oh, someone just pulled over. No way. Thank you so much.
Hey, there you go. So you saw, her reaction, how happy she was, but you saw, pretty much how she was in trouble in a time of need, and how a man, stopped by, and helped her. But, come these last days, just, trying to, form a image right here where you're going to have a lot of these women in trouble in these last days, and how they're going to be seeking, for a man, and really specifically, a man of the Lord to protect them and to defend them in these coming times. As I mentioned in a few scriptures, Isaiah 32, which you're going to have, those men be that hiding place, a sanctuary from the strong wind. Pretty much going to the chaos that's erupting, the all hell that's breaking loose. The men are going to be, that pretty much that safe haven. We're coming to some very troublesome and scary times. All hell is getting ready to break loose, man. As you get in Jeremiah, the 30th chapter, 7th verse, going to the times of Jacob's trouble, as well as many other scriptures going to our handsome times that have never been seen before. So it's going to show how great this judgment really going to be, and just the terrible times that we are coming into, and exactly why those men of the Lord are going to be sought after, because they also have this knowledge, this understanding. They have a foundation. And as you know, these women gravitate, towards men that have, power. They have stability, which the men of the Lord are going to have coming to these last days. And just how you see within a lot of these, apocalyptic type of movies, people gravitate, towards the person that has the knowledge as to what's going on, to why these things are happening, especially to what to do in the midst of that, in the midst of that chaos, and how to, maneuver, in the midst of that. And the men of the Lord are going to have this knowledge, this understanding, this wisdom, that the Lord has given us. Because you get in Isaiah 33:6, how wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. You get in Psalms 91, how this truth shall be thy shield and buckler. And Lord's will, I tied it up together the best of my ability. I just wanted to make that little point right here, because you saw within the video how she pretty much was in the time of need, how she was in trouble, and how she desired, pretty much, mainly, a man. Where she said, she's hosted a person type of, who she wants to, come and help her out. But coming to these last days, you're going to have these women seeking out those men. And once again, specifically a man of the Lord, which are going to be that sanctuary, that refuge, that safe haven in the midst of all that chaos, which we're going to prove by the way of the scriptures. Now it's Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1, and we're going to have a lot of these men, being sought out after. It's not going to be the other way around, because you see in today's society, the women are, put on a pedestal and are the so-called prize, and really it's the man. Now, in that day, 7 women shall take a hold of one man, not 7 men taking hold of one woman. It's 7 women taking hold of one man. And also, when you go into the number 7, it goes into the word completion, so it could be any amount, man. In that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we'll eat our own bread and wear our own apparel, only let's be called by thy name to take away our reproach. So once again, proving that point even further, you're going to have these men being sought out after, being desired, as I briefly brought up earlier, if I'm correct, going to Isaiah 13, which I'll jump back to after I read the scripture right here in Isaiah 32, to further prove that point even more, that the men are going to be that hiding place. Now it says, and a man shall be as in hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest. So from which going to that trouble, that chaos. And this is it's like, and a man shall be as in hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest. And is as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. So wait, there you go. And as you saw within that video, how she pretty much desired for a man, and someone to help her out in the time of trouble and time of need. And that's how the men of the Lord are going to be come these last days for these women. Now let's get that, a couple more scriptures, just flowing through the spirit. Once I saw that video, I was wanting to expound on that and go a little bit more deeper into it, and how that video is pretty much an example of the times that are to come, and how the men are going to be desired coming to the last days. When you have homes being broken into, when you have people getting killed left and right, when you have women getting ravished out here, you're going to have a lot of these women wanting and seeking for protection, for sanctuary, for refuge. And who do you think they're going to turn to? It's Isaiah 13 and 12. But now it says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold. And also going to show the extreme rarity that the men are going to have in these last days, man. Because not every woman is going to be, selected. A lot of you wicked women are going to be turned away, man. A lot of you didn't want us then. You're not going to have us now. Isaiah 13 and 12. And this, I'll make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. This is going to show how desired the man's going to be. It's Isaiah 33 and 6. Another great scripture, as I was bringing out a couple times. Now it says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. Us having this knowledge, us having this understanding, keeps us stable, keeps us sane, because we know why these things are happening. We know what's going on and what's to come. As you see, people right now already freaking out, bugging out, not knowing what to do. Not knowing why these things are happening, not knowing why these earthquakes in diverse places, the signs in the heavens are taking place. But who has this knowledge, who has this understanding? The prophets, the men of the Lord. And what's in these are the men that are going to be sought out after, man. Be desired. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. And what's in you have lies women seeking that stability. As I, what's in to keep bringing up that point, dealing with these types of movies where you have people always seeking the person that has the knowledge as to what's going on, especially what to do in the time of great trouble. And especially to speak of these women, they always gravitate towards that. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Because a lot of you women think nothing of it now, thinking that you don't need a man. You want to be Miss Independent, Miss Feminist. We'll see about that coming these last days when all hell's breaking loose. Because I guarantee you they're going to drop the act real quick, man. And those that want to, continue to be in that mindset, to be in that spirit, hey, the Lord's going to leave you to your own devices, man. Now, there's a couple more scriptures. 1 Corinthians 11:3. And it says, but I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach. And going into that order. As in, the head of the woman is the man. This one, help further prove that point even more. As, the man is, pretty much in that leadership position. As I, brought up in Isaiah 4:1, how it's not the other way around. You're not going to have 7 men seeking out, one woman. How 7 women shall take a hold of 1 man. Now let's finish off. And the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is the Most High. And also going to show that order, which a lot of these women hate. Because in today's society, once again, you have the woman being put on a pedestal. But those that don't want to drop the act, those that want to continue to rebel and be wicked, continue to walk after iniquity, and be proud and boastful, want to mock and scoff, this is what it has in store for you, man. Isaiah 32 once again, but jump to the 9th through 11th verse. Now it says, rise up, ye women that are at ease, hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. So a lot of great trouble is coming to you, a lot of you women. Now this is verse 10. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Because right now they're in a lofty estate. They're comfortable. They think nothing's going to happen. But when things go down, then they want to be in tune with their feminine side. Now they want to be a woman. Trouble you women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless one, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. So that's the point right there. Now let's get ready to close out with Proverbs 1:22-32. Now it says, how long, ye simple ones, we love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Verse 23. Turn you at my reproof, behold, I'll pour out my spirit unto you, I'll make known my words unto you, because I have called and ye refuse. And many of our people are continuing to smack away the hand that the Lord is extending unto them through his men, through his prophets. Now it says, I've stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. Are you seeing the scoffing and the mockery that's taking place? And that's why you get in the scriptures in Matthew 24 and the 37th verse, how we're as in the days of Noah. People are going to mock. People are going to scoff. They're not going to take these warnings serious until it's far too late. And those women that don't want to go to the program, that don't want to get right, that don't want to get in order, you're going to be left in the dust. While you have those women that have got with the program, that are, sincere, took your place. Now it says, verse 24, verse 25 is lucky. But ye sat at not all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. Now it says, I also will laugh at you. It's like, I also will laugh at your calamities. The Lord's gonna laugh at you come these last days, man. Hey, the Lord's gonna have the last laugh. And it says, I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish comes upon you, then shall they call upon me. Now you want to seek out the Lord. Now you want to seek out the prophets to obtain this truth and knowledge as to what's going on, who to call upon. It's going to be far too late. Then shall they call upon me, but I want to answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. Verse 29, for that they hated knowledge and did not choose to fear the Lord. And a lot of you are going to learn the hard way to fear Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, man. Verse 30, as they would know my counsel, they despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices, as I brought up earlier. Now it says, verse 32, for the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. And that's pretty much that right there. I was going to make a, that lesson through the spirit once I saw that video, and pretty much how it was an example of, the times that we were coming into and how the man is going to be desired, especially needed coming to these last days in the midst of all this chaos, and why they're going to be sought after. So that's pretty much that right there. Loads of lessons edifying to the point, and loads will I tie these points together to the best of my ability, and you were edified throughout the whole thing. I do want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh Shema Shai, Bashim Dash, the Bonus Apostles, now Great Millstone for teaching us his truth, peace and blessings, the whole collective Israel. Shalom,